It's a beautiful but breezy evening in Hamilton with the forecast calling for some offensive fireworks as the Tiger Cats get set to host the Lions on Friday Night Football. Over the last 5 meetings, these two teams have averaged just shy of 70 points per game. The Ticats finding their way into the win column last week. BC coming in off a loss in Regina, and they're going to be missing 4 of their 5 starting receivers, which means a lot more pressure and a lot more opportunity for Justin McInnis.
Yes, and you know, it's one of those things where as much as you've lost the other receivers, he can't go and just start pressing like, hey, I got to make something up. Just do what you do. And one of the big things I think he needs to focus on is making sure he stays in those tight windows that Nathan Rourke likes pushing the ball down the field and throwing to. And then on the other side, Dustin, Keandre Smith right now has been phenomenal. Coming out of Guelph, coming out of the Ontario Summer Football League, Scarborough Thunder, this guy has been, every year he gets better and better. His underneath stuff, his understanding the game, it's a fun watch for me.
Scott Milanovic at home in week 1, losing 30-27, picked up the road win last week. And on the other side, Buck Pierce, 5-5 in 10 games on the road as head coach of the BC Lions, coming off that loss to the Riders just a week ago. Fireworks should be expected here between these two clubs. You've got 2 outstanding quarterbacks and excellent receivers on both sides, despite the fact that BC missing Keon Hatcher, among others, tonight. As we are ready to get rolling, Carl Meyer will kick this thing. And we are underway in the Hammer. Lions and Ticats. They've split this season series each of the last 3 years. Now a bobble and a little bit of room right off the start. Here goes Wooden. Oh, and a touchdown saver by the kicker just outside the 50. Looked like he was going to take that to the house early.
Yeah, and Wooden's going to want that one back just because the boys will be joshing him a bit with the kicker tackling you. But sometimes when you bobble the kicks, it almost changes the angle of the kickoff team, and there he's able to find a crease, and it's a heck of an effort right here, Dustin.
3 kick return touchdowns last year for Wooden. And Meyer able to make the tackle midfield. Great field position to start for Bo Levi Mitchell. Get it out to Gittins Jr., and he'll be taken down by Darnell Sankey. And we're going to get a good look at Bo Levi Mitchell, who just seems to be getting better later in his career, if you can believe it.
Yeah, and he's had both games that very special performance, last week especially. And he's got a lot of opportunities tonight. You know, this defense is struggling in BC.
Couple of yards on first down, 2nd and 8. Right at midfield here for Hamilton. Bo with a ton of time, way down the field, one-on-one. Lays it out there, drops it in, getting up to the end zone, touchdown! They'll start it with a bang here in the Hammer. Keandre Smith's got his 3rd of this season as Bo Levi Mitchell finds him deep.
Dustin, this is a phenomenal throw. I'll start with the offensive line. Bo's sitting back here and has all day. This is one of the best quarterbacks I ever played in this league, and there's no pressure. And this, again, the O-line just clamping everybody up. I cannot believe we get beat deep here. You know, it's the cardinal sin early on. It's a corner route, nothing fancy, and Bo just waits and waits and waits, and Keandre gets behind the defense.
He was working against Jackson Finley, who stumbled a little bit on the play. Leggio will come out, and really helps when we build it as a game with offensive fireworks, and you get a touchdown in the first 60 seconds of the contest. And what a start to the season for Keandre Smith. 3rd touchdown already in the books. Let's give you another look at it here.
Yeah, and we're going to lock in here on Keandre. So here he is right here. Okay, and he basically runs a corner out and just gets behind Finley. So a little 3-man concept to the boundary. Again, you see Kenny kind of sit underneath there. I don't really know what Finley is doing, to be honest, and maybe there's a miscommunication here in the coverage. But I'll tell you this, if you're defensive coordinator Mike Benavides right now, you're very upset. This is the thing you need to take away. Give up the underneath stuff. But you've got a guy all week. You had to be talking about Bo Levi Mitchell. He's a gunslinger. He can throw it down the field. Dustin, you just mentioned he's on fire. And we come in the second play of the game, and somewhat a 2nd and long, and run a simple 3-man concept with a corner. We score. Benavides got to be upset right now. I'll tell you this, he does not love that.
56 yards. Bo Levi Mitchell into the waiting arms of Keandre Smith.
Look at Bo Levi here. I think he's thinking, what are they trying to do here? They can't be serious with this.
Smith saying, wow. I think he looked at the camera and said, wow.
Yeah.
All right, BC early in this game will be needing to respond. Silas Bolden back just inside his 5. Takes it to the 10, makes a nice move. Now he's got something cooking. Bolden out to the 40, and he's going to be wrapped up from behind, but a nice response on the return from Bolden. And our first look tonight at Nathan Rourke. Did not throw a touchdown pass last week.
He's got his hands full today. I think this is I think it's a great defense, and I believe it's underrated. We don't talk about it enough. They do a lot of great things. Obviously, without his main receiving targets, it's going to be tough for him.
They'll start with 6 on that offensive line, and they'll start it right on the ground. And Butler's got nowhere to go. Gobbled up and taken down immediately. Let's take a look at this BC starting offense.
Up front, love Corey Woodruff. Listen, he's in year 3. He's got to keep developing. He's 6'3", 340 out of Pittsburgh State. He's got a big matchup tonight against Hauser. It's going to be a real fun one. And then obviously McInnes has got to bear the load. You're missing Bear Hill, you're missing Hatcher, you're missing Toy. He's got to be the safety blanket, but also the big play guy for Nathan Rourke today.
McInnes 129 yards, targeted 10 times last week. Rourke from the pocket, down the field, over the middle, and he drops it into the waiting arms of Kieran Poissant, and they'll move the chains early in this one, will the Lions.
This is really nice here by Poissant. This is a sail concept, okay? So the inside releases, actually gets his defender to fall, and then you high-low Walton there. Rourke sees it right away, delivers a great strike. Big play, especially considering how this game started for them. It's great to not go 2 and out.
It'll be a 1st and 10 for the visitors from the Ticats 53. They'll move 2 receivers over to the left of Rourke, and they'll go on the ground again to Butler. Hauser there to make the tackle. Big part of this Ticats starting defense.
Yeah, there he is. You just said it. Julian Hauser, okay, year 9. Last year won the McCaffrey Trophy. He needs to cause havoc today. It's a kind of an inexperienced offensive line. Big piece of this. Stubblefield today, it's a huge position against Nathan Rourke because he's going to be that strong side linebacker, and they run a lot of what's called a snag concept. He's got to kind of play run and both, and then Stavros on the back end, year 6 out of UBC, 2025 CFL All-Star. This guy's going to have a great chess match with Nathan Rourke.
Had 6 interceptions last season. Katsatonis, Rourke, near sideline, drops it in there. Senecal makes 1-man miss, takes it down inside the 30, pushing through inside the 25, and that is where the Ticats will eventually stop him. But a pretty good response here from Rourke and the Lions early after falling behind by 7.
Yeah, and this is a simple concept here, but I love it. When you watch this here, it's man coverage. So you're going man, man, man. Okay, but what happens is it's between here, these 2 guys, it's just a little rub route. So hey, it's not a pick. You just basically get a little separation. You put it on the upfield shoulder. It's a tough, tough play to make.
Nowhere to go this time for Rourke as Osai takes him down. Had 8 sacks last season.
Yeah, this offensive line really needs to have a better performance. I thought last week they got bullied at times. And when you have a play caller and a quarterback like Nathan Rourke, you know, even if you just give him a split second, he can make a magical play. So there's a big, you know, stress on this line to strain long enough to allow Nathan to be able to make plays.
I need to dial up a bit of magic right here. 2nd and 16, a 2nd and long for Rourke. Has time this time. Can he find anybody? Now he's going to take off, but he's in trouble. Can't escape, and they'll take him down. Rourke, all the time in the world, but could not find anybody downfield. And White is there to make the tackle for the Ticats.
Dustin, this is an unbelievable job by Hamilton secondary. The protection's great. Yola did a great job. Try and find somebody open. We're match man coverage across the board. I don't see it. Everybody's gloved. Again, you feel for him, and this is part of it. You might see a lot more man coverage because of the backup wide receivers. If Hamilton feels like, hey, we can just play these guys in man and they won't get open, they'll sit in that all game. That's a situation where you wish you had a Keon Hatcher.
40-yard field goal attempt from Sean White, and he knocks that one through. 3-3 on the season for Sean White, and the Lions do get points after falling behind because of that man, Bo Levi Mitchell. Already. Well, I guess we could say he's picking up where he left off last week for Bo Levi Mitchell. Perfect quarterback rating last week, 19-24, 287, 3 touchdowns. Can't ask for much more.
You can't ask for much more. He's executing the vision in the offense that Scott Milanovich has put together. These guys look like they're better than ever. And it's been really fun. As an offensive guy myself, it is a very, very fun watch. And they're physical up front. He's obviously a great thrower of the football. And it started out with some fireworks today.
Perfect QBR for just the 6th time in his career last week. Off to a great start here with about 9 minutes to play in the first, and he's going to go down the field again. Drops it in there. Are you kidding me? What a start for the Ticats this time. It's Myron Mitchell as Bo Levi Mitchell toys with the Lions defense.
Dustin, I'm at a loss for words right now. You know he likes to take the shots. Okay, it's a simple scissors concept, meaning a skinny post from the outside guy, kind of a corner, a roll corner on the inside. And we get behind him again. Like, this is Bo Levi Mitchell. You can't let guys get behind him. He will throw it.
That's what he's been doing for 15 years.
Yes.
Now they'll work towards the end zone, and they'll be stopped just short. It was Kenny Lawler tackled at the 1 for the Ticats, making it look very easy early in this one.
Yeah, that's it here. You're going to see Kenny, and this is, he just sits in the zone. It's a stick concept. Nobody gets more excited for a stick concept executed well than I do. Okay, I think it's a play you can't stop if you run it right. So if you see Kenny shuffle out of that thing, he's basically saying, okay, I'm in zone. It's an indicator of the quarterback, put it on me. Easy pitch and catch, and we're on the 1.
Dolegala into the game. He's got a couple touchdowns already this year, pushing it ahead, and this time he is driven back just before he can find the end zone for the major.
Holy smokes, this is a big hit. I mean, I thought we were going to get an easy kind of push in here. Wow, wow, just stuck on there. I like that. BC battling, defending every blade of grass.
They'll look to dial it up again with Dolegala. Left side again, and he's in. Touchdown, Tiger Cats. And what a start for Hamilton here at home as they're in control early against the Lions.
Went right back to the well. Said, okay, you got us on that one. We're going left again. And it's a great push from the left side here. I mean, this might have been 4 or 5 yards when it was said and done.
Like he managed to slip underneath Sankey. There's Sankey flying over. And Dolegala, who's 6'7".
Yeah.
Ducked underneath him.
You got to, tip your cap. I always love when the defensive guys jump because you're just, selling out. I always find that's even if it didn't work out there. A lot of respect for him.
When it does work out, though, it looks great.
It's the coolest thing of all time.
4 plays, 70 yards in just over 2 minutes. And Nathan Rourke has his work cut out for him tonight in the Hammer as Bo and the Ticats rolling early. And it could be a big year for Jake Dolegala. In the fantasy world, we like to call him a touchdown vulture.
Yeah.
And that's what he's done 3 times. He's got 3 touchdowns already this year. But when you're a big body like that, you got one job.
Yeah,
take care of it.
I get it.
Golden, pretty good first return. Spins up the near sideline, forced out of bounds, pretty much right at the 30. Nathan Rourke trailing his team the lead late. 330 yards, had a rushing touchdown, but in the end it just wasn't enough.
Yeah, and you know, they got down early. They kind of had to become a bit one-dimensional at times, but this guy makes plays, and to me, what his most impressive aspect is, though, is his ability to throw the ball down the field in tight windows. And he's very, very talented at doing that, and it's an underrated skill at the position for me.
Did not throw a touchdown pass last week. That only happened once all of last season, and it happened to come against the Ticats. They'll go on the ground here to Butler, and he'll push it ahead for a first down. They might have to rely upon him even more this week, as they're certainly missing some big pieces at wide receiver. There's a list: Keon Hatcher, Catoy, Berryhill, Seven McGee. All four of those guys started last week. Won't have them. That doesn't happen very often. You lose four receivers in 1 week.
It does not. We saw it on the first drive. It'll be interesting to see if Brent Monson, the D coordinator for the Ticats, play a ton of man coverage against this receiving group.
Rourke looks to his right. That's where he's going to throw. Has a completion on the far side as it's hauled in by Riley Pickett. He's targeted once last week. That's his first catch of the season.
This is a far throw here. Again, you're on the left hash, and I know it's only a 5-yard completion, but I admire the arm strength. Okay, you're trying to stretch that defender wide and hit the hook route to McInnes above it, but Hamilton plays it well. Like, again, you really got to put the ball out there on the Canadian field. It's, you know, keeps them in second and manageable.
Second and mid here for Rourke could be an empty backfield. Under pressure, sidesteps it, steps up, drops one in there at the 50, and that is into the hands of Jermaine Jackson. And Rourke dancing around there to make that play happen.
It does. That's what I mean by offensive line just straining. Okay, this guy will make the play. So here we go. It's a 4-man rush, but see, we got a little push there. He's able to kind of manipulate his way through the pocket and find an open man. That extra effort will be crucial tonight if BC wants to have success offensively.
Fresh set of downs. Just inside the Ticat 50. They had to settle for 3 on their first possession. Threes aren't going to be good enough tonight. They'll hand it off. And Butler with a 1-yard pickup. And it'll be a 2nd and 9 for Nathan Rourke.
Dustin, to me, this is the cat and mouse game right here. You know, Buck Pierce, Brent Monson, it's 2nd and 9. You know, I wouldn't say you're in field goal range yet. Do you play man? Do you bring 4? Do you try and bring some pressure here? Do you sit in that soft zone? With this receiving core, I'd be, you know, excited to try and challenge them in a man coverage look. It doesn't look like they're going to get that, though.
Rourke, right over the middle, wide open, and that'll be enough, should be enough, for a BC Lions first down as he goes back to Senecal, the 45th overall pick in the 2026 draft.
And again, you got a decision here. It's a first down, excuse me, but you look at the coverage. We talk about man coverage. Look how soft Hamilton is playing. It's Nathan Rourke, reigning MOP, and you give him a sit route over the ball where he throws it, a ball he could have completed when he was 6 years old.
He's not going to miss that, is he? Yeah.
You got a tough receiving, you know, I shouldn't say tough, but a new and an inexperienced receiving core. To me, I probably would have challenged him a little bit more there.
4 options out to the left. They're going to bring some heat. Rourke feels it, gets it away, and it's complete on the near side, and that should be enough for a first down to Poisson, who's got his 2nd catch of the game.
Poisson here does a nice job. So Hamilton now brings the heat here. As you can see there, coming from the top of your screen, they got 3 hitters. It's a great job by Nathan getting this ball out quickly.
They're moving quickly again. Rourke rolling to his right. Lays one out there, and that one missing the intended target. There is a flag, though, in the secondary, and White does not look happy.
Illegal contact on the receiver. This is a 10-yard penalty. Makes it a first down for BC.
If you're Hamilton, you certainly don't want to make things easier for Nathan Rourke tonight when he's missing a few of his weapons.
Yeah, and again, this situation here, it's nice kind of traditional bootleg at the high corner, and White comes back. It's a corner comeback. And you'll see number 3 here. He's the high defender going towards the corner, and as we come back, oh, wow.
Little bump.
Oh my goodness,
Little
that's
bump.
I got no comment on that.
Here's Rourke. Quick hitter, far side, spin move by McInnes. And that'll be another first down for the Lions as they march the field here against the Ticats.
I'm still a little...
We'll just move on from that.
Yeah, I got to move on. My head's going to explode. That's a wild one. That's a wild one.
Ball sits on the Ticats 6. Rourke has gone over 300 yards passing in 4 consecutive games dating back to last season. Last year he had 300 yards or more in 12 of 16. First and goal from the Hamilton 6. Butler to his right. Pickett to his left. He's going to throw right over the middle. And that one falls incomplete. Was looking for Kieran Poisson again.
It's a heck of a play here by Talbot. So it's an RPO action, and basically Nathan Rourke has the ability to pull this ball. So you look here, okay, it's right here is where we're looking, and it's he drives it, he keeps the window short, plays off the back hit, doesn't pull or grab, no penalties. Again, it's a lot harder to do than it looks because the receiver can practically break anywhere there.
First incompletion of the game on other side. Second and goal from the 6. Butler stands to his quarterback's right. 3 options out to the left. Rourke looks to Butler, far side, spins, gets it hammered down, incomplete. Reggie Stubblefield got all of them, didn't he?
This is a play that will ignite your defense. You just kept huge points off the board. It's man coverage. I want to watch the effort, okay, the recognition. You look at Stubblefield here, okay? So, again, we talk about those rub routes, that speed, that determination. So, it's a pretty easy read. They run a pick route, so to speak, so he has to bubble over the top. The ball is thrown a little bit inside, but Stubblefield sees it, fires, triggers right away, understands what's going on. That's a veteran guy making a big play that keeps points off the board.
Just a 14-yard chip shot from Sean White, and we said field goals might not be enough tonight against the Tigers.
The last few years, Keandre Smith described it to me in a hilarious way. He told me, imagine I'm a mosquito, and every time Mitchell wants to swat me away, I just show up somewhere else 2 seconds later following him around. Smith says he does whatever he can to learn as much as he can from Mitchell. He spends time in the quarterback's room and constantly picks his brain as much as Mitchell will let him. Now in their 4th season together, the 2 exploded last week with Mitchell finding Smith for 2 touchdowns, like you said. Now tonight, right off the hop, a 56-yard pass, and Keandre Smith with the first touchdown of this game, guys.
Nothing more annoying than a mosquito in your ear, but a good idea to be in your quarterback's ear if you're Smith. Now here's Bo. He's going to go deep again, and that one draws a couple of flags. He was trying to find Keandre Smith, and Tyson Russell, the rookie corner, too much to handle.
Yeah, so Dustin, I want to show some pre-snap.
First down for Hamilton at the spot of the foul.
So you're going to see pre-snap motion, which is a tell for Bo Levi. He's not even going through progression at this point. They like the matchup. You mentioned the rookie. So you see 85 Keandre Smith. He started inside and motioned out. And as a defender comes with him, he now knows, hey, this is man coverage. I got a one-on-one shot. I'm taking it. They're on fire. Take it again. Didn't think there was much there, but there wasn't much there in the other one, so they're calling it pretty tight tonight. A little grab.
Little grab for a couple of steps. I'm not sure it knocked Smith down, but first and 10 from the BC 23 on the ground. Roundtree takes it down to about the 20. And the Ticats looking to make it 3 touchdown drives in the first quarter.
And 3 potentially, if they score on this drive, really somewhat easy touchdown drives.
Yeah, quick hitters.
Yeah.
Couple minutes. Not even. The first one was about 60 seconds. The second one was 2:02.
It's borderline routes on air at some points.
2 options out to the right for Bo. Now 3 to the left. That's where he'll look first. Gets it away over the middle, up in the air, and it's held on to who else? Of course, Kenny Lawler to the highlight reel with his second catch of the game, I should say. That one, though, spectacular. And that'll bring us to the end of the quarter as the Ticats knocking on the door for more. or 140 passing yards for Bo Levi Mitchell in the first quarter in about 3 minutes of possession.
Yeah, it's been pretty impressive. Again, generally speaking, when you're playing Bo Levi Mitchell, you want to maybe take away the deep shot, but we went with different ideas, and it certainly has backfired in the first quarter.
Well, it looks like he's just going to keep doing it until they take it away, and they haven't so far. And then, you know, you mix in a highlight reel like Kenny Lawler, and this catch is just fabulous. To hang on to that ball, how does he do it?
I don't know. It's a great job driving down on it by BC secondary, but we wrap the linebacker. That is, again, it's the little plays, I call them hidden yards, Dustin, where he doesn't catch that or settle for a field goal. He might not think about it, but if they score here, it's those hidden plays in the game that just make the difference.
It'll be a 1st and goal from the Lions' 7-yard line. Lawler in the slot to the right for Bo. Looks to the left, bouncing around, goes right over the middle, and he's got it. Touchdown, Ticats, as they add on to the lead. Bo Levi Mitchell finding Max Mang.
Just no pressure again by the front for BC. Bo's able to sit in that pocket and just find someone. If you watch him here, he's looking left. It's a 2-man look, so everyone's inside leverage. For whatever reason, he gets off that. And when you have these great quarterbacks, if you allow them to sit in the pocket completely untouched, they will find someone. I'm telling you, Dustin, they will find somebody to throw the ball to.
Legio for one more, and the Ticats on top 21-6 here early in the second quarter. And what a start to the career for Max Mang out of Syracuse. Already had a touchdown coming into this one. Here's a look at how he managed to do that last week. That's just a big body that you can move around in this offense, can't you?
He does a good job, and Scott Milanovich uses him as a true tight end a lot. Hand in the ground, not a ton of waggle. And you look at this here, again, it's in man coverage. Sankey's a little upset. You can see him complaining there. They always used to tell us, Dustin, as long as you don't extend your arm, okay, if you hit him with your shoulder, it counts. And you mentioned big body. That's a perfect view right there. He basically sees in man coverage, lowers the shoulder, doesn't extend the arm, uses that kind of basketball leverage style. And Bo has enough time to, he's working left, comes back. Just like that, Mang's got 2 TDs in 3 games for the Ticats.
You got to be pretty strong to knock Sankey off you like that. Yeah. Like Sankey's, I mean, he's a force defensively. Mang's 6'6", 263.
It can move a little bit.
Yeah.
It can move a little bit.
He's been targeted 4 times so far this season. He's caught all of them. 2 of them went for touchdowns. Ticats in full control here at home on Friday Night Football. So kick it away. And this will be taken cleanly by Bolden. Fakes the reverse and gets stopped just short of the 35 on the return. And Nathan Rourke and the BC offense will come out here. They've led a couple of scoring drives, but you're going to have to score touchdowns to keep up with both tonight.
You said it, and again, and not to keep harping on this fact, but when you don't have some of your playmakers in, generally speaking, it's situational football that is the first thing that suffers. And one of those situations is red zone. You know, you've got opportunities, you get down there. Rourke's made a lot of plays to get them down there. When they need a play like Kenny Lawler just made for Hamilton, you don't have your guys, it makes it certainly a lot tougher.
This drive will start on their own 33. They will give it to Butler, and he doesn't have anywhere to go. Mario Kendricks, who had a couple of tackles on the season coming into this one, makes the play there against Butler after a 2-yard pickup. How much will it help if they can get Butler involved in the passing game? It looks like they're going to bottle him up pretty good on the ground here.
Yeah, Hamilton's D-line is getting a ton of push in the run game right now, so you know, perhaps screens for Butler, something to that effect, but they definitely need him to get going.
There's 3 down linemen here for the Ticats, and that's all they'll send. Rourke from the pocket, down the field, that is caught. McInnes up over the defender. It was Talbert who was working on him, but the big 6'4" receiver, Justin McInnes, makes the play.
Dustin, this throw is unbelievable. It's out of this world. Hamilton brings 3. Okay, they still get a little bit of pressure. And that view right there is perfect when I say, and I mentioned it earlier, the tight window throws down the field. If this ball is placed anywhere else, it's incomplete. He fits this thing in a 1-foot box. McKinnis makes the play. It's exactly where he wants to be. You see veteran guy, veteran receiver. Really special conversion there.
Rourke has started the game 8 of 10 for 123 yards himself. And now on the run to his right, has another first down as he goes back to Poisson, third-year Lion out of the West Shore Junior program, and getting his best opportunity he's had with the Lions so far here, becoming a main target for Rourke tonight.
He's making the most of it. Look, the guy's got a little man bun action. I got some love for that.
Yeah, you rolled the man bun for a while, didn't you?
I did.
How long? How long were you rolling man bun?
Longer than I'd like to admit.
That was kind of your luck.
Yes.
That's okay.
Yes.
I've had the same haircut for 45 years. First and 10 from the 35. Rourke, this one, tight window. McKinnis, and this time it is Amari Walton who makes the play and bats it down.
Walton, I understand why he's fired up here. It's on McKinnis. You're going to see him run basically a 10-yard hook, hitch, stop, whatever you want to call it. He just drives on it, gets his hand in there. It's a great defensive play. I guarantee that comes from film, studying, pattern recognition, seeing what's going on. If you can lock up McKinnis, you're going to have a great day today.
First-year starter out of Mississippi. Second and 10 for Rourke at the 35. 2 to his left, 3 to his right. Ticats looking to bring some pressure. Rourke gets it away quickly, and he's got a first down and a little bit more as he gunned it in there to Senecal, and he's got his 3rd catch of the ball game.
Yeah, this is pretty sweet here by Nathan. They're bringing everybody they can, and he sees it right away. So you're going to see it all come from the middle of the field. Okay, deep. I thought it potentially was defensive offside, but in that cover 0 look, get the ball out, let your receiver kind of catch after the, run after the catch and get the first down.
BC has moved the ball. They just had drives that have stalled and they have to settle. This time Butler, a little bit of space, and he lunges ahead. And this will depend on the spot. I think he might be marked just short of another BC first down.
It's a nice run here. We got a lot of push up front. You see Slugger down the field grinding. Yates down there. You'd like to see a lot more of that if you're a BC Lions fan right now. Get this O-line kind of playing downhill.
Second and inches to keep this drive rolling for the Lions. Horvath steps up, pushes it ahead, and that'll be enough for a BC first down. As the 6'3" running back takes care of things in short yardage.
Yeah, nice little second effort here. For a sec, I was a little worried for him. You see it here, pushes through. But Dustin, going back, we said situational football, you don't have your starters in. So right now it's 1st and goal from the 9. This is an area, with the way this game's going, you have to score here a touchdown. We can't settle for 3. And the windows are going to be a little bit tighter. Defenses generally change what coverage they're playing. You got to bear down and execute the details.
1st and goal from the 9. Rourke looks to his right. That is deflected at the line. It's going to be picked up, and now it'll be blown down. I was waiting for the whistle. Eventually they got it. White had picked it up and taken off, but it'll be an incomplete pass. Let's give you another look at what happened there for Nathan.
Looks to me like maybe he saw something and then the window closed a little quicker than he thought. You never know. He's trying to kind of tuck it and move on. But again, you go back to those details. Maybe it was somebody not being where he thought they would be. We don't know. But now we're up against it here. 2nd and 9.
Ticats send 5. Now a 6. Rourke, corner, end zone, incomplete. Was looking for Poisson, and he never really got the eyes on that one. You could see him kind of scrambling to find it late.
Yeah,
There's a flag on the field, though.
As we're watching this here, it's a tradition.
BC had no end on their left side. Will decline the penalty. It's going to be 3rd down.
Dustin, what's tough here, I like to call this a flag concept. So it's a 3-man, okay, and your inside guy is a corner. That's the exact matchup you want. Corner out versus inside leverage, cover 0 man. You win, but not to harp on it, but when you got a short camp, you had a bye week, week 1, you got guys out, they're just on a different page, and in the tight area, the red zone, that's when these situations pop up where the details really matter more than the rest of the field. And we're settling for 3.
Another short one for Sean White, and that's not what BC Lions fans want to hear here on Friday Night Football in Hamilton. Ecuador versus Curacao at 8 Eastern. You can watch it all on TSN, CTV, and Crave. Then the day will wrap at midnight Eastern as Tunisia will take on Japan. How about Canada yesterday?
I like it, you know.
Soccer nation.
Little brawl afterwards, too. Kind of reminded me of some of the old school hockey days, you know?
And not even modern hockey.
Yeah, not modern
like
hockey.
anymore, yeah. All right, here's Bo Levi-Mitchell. I'm assuming he's going to throw it really deep, as he has pretty much the entire game so far. This time they'll go on the ground. That's Roundtree. Broke one tackle, bounced off a bell, but eventually they will wrap him up and take him down. Jackson Finley from the safety position up there to make a play. It's been a good start to the season for Larry Roundtree, getting an opportunity to be the guy here in Hamilton. Here's where he ranks through the first couple of weeks.
I remember Scott Milanovic telling us before the season, hey, this guy's pretty special. You guys are going to see. And through, now into week 3, he certainly was correct about that. He is a special runner, and he's only going to get better.
First-year player out of Missouri. Stands to the left of Bo Levi-Mitchell. 2nd and 7 for Bo. Lions send 4. Wide open, far side. Keandre Smith, midfield, cuts it back in to the 50, and that is where he'll get down and pick up another first down for the Ticats.
This is a really cool one here, Milanovic. I'm going to circle. So we basically come from the tight end position. We got a receiver here, and just watch. So we forget about him. You watch Bo, he's going down the field, got the clear out stuff underneath. Milanovic offers so many different looks. The play before, they had 2 true hand-down tight ends. Now we got Keandre Smith playing tight end. It's an easy flat route for an explosive play.
Bo has started the game 7 of 7 for 163 yards and 2 touchdowns.
It's almost hard to believe. It's video game numbers.
That's how you draw it up.
Yeah. And again, to kind of sing some of Scott Milanovic praises, just watch him. Even that last play, I know it's a 6-yard rush, but you got 2 guys going in motion against each other like 2 ships in the night. You hand the ball off, you're releasing guys. They're just executing at a very, very high level, and there's a lot of different looks that the defense has to adjust to.
2nd and 4. Mitchell gets this one away quickly, and that is caught. It's Lawler, and it's a first down for Hamilton.
Dust, I said this earlier, I love the stick concept, okay? Because when you run around, I don't think you can defend it. And when I say stick and you sit in zone, I know it's real simple here, but when we watch Kenny, okay, he's not going to run out. He's going to sit in the zone. So as he goes, it's a 5-yard stick, boom, he sees it zone, and he just throttles it down. Ball's on time. I know it's not the most exciting play, but when you're a details guy, it's exciting to me.
Well, there's nothing that Deontay Williams can do there.
Yes,
right? He's just
bingo, because you're playing off his leverage, what they give him.
Fresh set of downs on the Lions 39 as the Ticats march on. Back to Roundtree, a couple of yards on first down, up the middle.
If you're sitting at home right now and you're like, okay, the run game has not been as explosive for Hamilton as you love. Why are they running the football? It's all about keeping the defense honest. If we came out here and just continued to sling the ball around, you would see Mike Benavides, the defensive coordinator, start to adjust. So when you have a runner like Roundtree, who said the numbers at the start of the season he has, this offensive line, although BC's doing a good job shutting it down, if they have a moment of lapse, he will gash you for a big one.
Mitchell needs 9 more to keep this drive alive. 3 receivers out to his right. A little bit of pressure here. Bo gets it away, hit as he throws, and it falls incomplete. That's his first incomplete pass of the game.
Yeah, so what's funny here is now we go, Mitchell is actually, I wouldn't call it a true tight end, but I think they're trying to hide him here. But it's a good job here. They bring a 5th guy. Okay, I don't love the protection. You got Roundtree on Bell. You know, one of those situations where that's not exactly how you want to draw it up, but they get off the field here and at least don't give up a touchdown.
Something to build on possibly for the BC Lions. This will be a 45-yard field goal attempt for Leggio. Perfect on the year so far at 5-5. That one is up, and it is wide left, and it'll be brought out by Bolden, and he is hammered down at the 2. Justin McInnes, a couple of catches for 36 yards, but his team has had to settle for 3 field goals where the BC Lions and Justin McInnes are trailing here in the first half. For more on McInnes, let's send it back down to Danielle Bain.
Thanks, Dustin. When I talk to athletes throughout various sports, they all tell me they're so excited for the day that their kids can really understand what they actually do for a living. Well, McInnes' daughter, Aria, is almost 7 years old, and according to him, a huge football fan. He tells me that she basically runs the show around BC's facility, plays with all the other kids, even yells at the TV when he's on the road like a typical sports fan. Now with women's flag football joining U Sports as a pilot sport, McInnes says if Aria does fall in love with football, it's an amazing thing to chase.
How to start him young. Great story.
Procedure,
like
BC number 50. We'll go back to the 1-yard line. It's still going to be first down. And timer, we're going to hold the clock until the snap.
McInnes has just, since joining the BC Lions, continued to get better and better. Last couple of years, 92 catches, almost 1,500 yards, 7 touchdowns, 76 for 1,256, 7 touchdowns last year. Looks like Poisson is down. That's the last thing the BC Lions need, is to lose another receiver in this game.
Yeah, I missed what happened here. This doesn't look good. You know, there was no play.
There was no play, and he went down, yeah.
Generally speaking,
After review by the video official, this is actually offside. Hamilton, number 95. So it's a 5-yard penalty, and it's going to be first down repeated.
All right, as they take a look at Kieran Poisson, we will step away from Hamilton. Is being helped off the field after it looks like he took a knee to the back here, Luke.
Yeah, you're going to see him right here, and he waggles over to throw a cut block here. And as this goes, he kind of exposes his back, and it looks like he takes a knee directly to his back, which does look extremely painful. Also, it was a pretty good job throwing the cut. I know it's not technically the cleanest thing ever, but hopefully he'll be all right.
They'll hand it off to Butler. He's going to push it ahead, and that will be a first down for BC. Oh, the ball is out. The Ticats are saying that they have it. See Butler pop up, and we believe he's down before that ball does get knocked loose. Here's another look at it. Butler.
Oh yeah, he's down. But I love that punch by Osai Lake there. You're always trying to get that ball out, baby. I like that. Send a little message. That's right. It's a Bruce Lee 6-inch punch.
I learned that last week. I loved it.
You got to do it.
Searching Bruce Lee gifts on X all week. First and 10 from the BC 16. Back to Butler again. And once again, a short gain, not much more, as the BC Lions find themselves down by a dozen as we hit 3 minutes left in the first half. In the hammer, we'll step away. Ticats in control at home.
Well, a header of the season comes your way tomorrow. We'll talk all about that. Plenty more at halftime as we send it back to Dustin.
Big triple header tomorrow on TSN. We got 3 minutes left here in the first half, and we'll see if Rourke can put together a drive and find some more points.
Yeah, this is, I know it's 2nd and 8, but this is a massive play right here.
Rourke down the field, intercepted, taken away, Katsutonis. Ticats defense does the job.
I'm floored right now. It's a bit of a strange decision by Nathan. You're going to see, oh my goodness, you're going to see Stavros here come across, and just make this play. He reads it the whole way. You see Rourke also kind of immediately looks right. You see Stavros Bohm, he's reading eyes there. It's overthrown. It's also not open. You kind of like to get through the progression there. It's a great catch there. BC, that's a tough turnover to have in that moment.
All CFL safety last year, 6 interceptions. That's his 2nd of the season. Bo's gonna go deep again, laying it out there. Oh my goodness! Touchdown Ticats! Kenny Lawler! Ridiculous! Floodgates open! Hear the hammer!
Dustin, this is awesome. This is awesome, and there's so many cool details about this. Kenny Lawler, Bo Levi Mitchell, what a throw. Okay, this is a through route, and he works it on the backside half. Okay, so, we're gonna just start here and watch Kenny. Again, I say he goes through. I say, literally, that's what we call it, through the middle of the field. He splits the safeties. Okay, but what's special about this is Kenny and Bo are on the same page. So when we watch Kenny, notice how he actually doesn't look up until the last second because he knows he needs to get on top of the DB, which is Lee, I believe. And what a throw. Bit of a buzzkill by missing the extra point.
We got all this energy in the booth, and then the extra point is booted wide.
So again, this is really pretty special here. You see Kenny, and here he comes. He's right here, I believe. He's going to run right through the middle of the field. So as we roll this thing, okay, and if we pause it right now, okay, Kenny basically has to go through here, and we got to get on top of this defender. So watch Kenny just run, head down, going. He knows the ball will be there. He's not looking back. He's not, hey, is he going to throw me open? He knows he has to get on top. These are expert details. Bo Levi Mitchell sees it and goes, I'm taking a shot to Kenny Lawler. And look, what a great job at the top, too, making that play. Perfect throw, great route. You absolutely love it. You get the big pick by Stavros, and you come right back, and you just saw Kenny kind of looking at his defender. Wow. That was, I'm fired up.
That was a spectacular catch. But Lions fans got to be sitting here going, how does this keep happening? Bo just keeps throwing it deep and keeps connecting with everybody.
That one's a little tougher because it's something coming from the other side of the field, so I kind of get it. But to answer your question,
to that one as opposed to the other ones,
yes. But Dustin, to answer your question, especially a guy like Kenny, and generally speaking, in football across the board, when you get a turnover, teams like to take a shot on the next play. I think their BC Lions fans are right in asking the question you just had.
Now on the return, Bolden just outside the 30. You could say by Kenny Lawler standards, it's been a bit of a slow start to the season, but that'll change things in a hurry. He's got 4 catches on 4 targets, 81 yards and a touchdown. That one goes for 49.
What's special to me about Kenny, and obviously we all see the on-the-field stuff, but we're talking to some of his teammates. Keandre Smith was saying this guy's a competitor. He comes out, has really kind of laid the groundwork for him and off the field and on it. His head coach, Scott Milanovich, preached about how competitive he is on every drill he does. Those things matter, and that's why he's an absolute star, and in my opinion, the best receiver in this league.
Now Rourke on the run to his right. He's going to keep it. Looking for the first down marker. Katsutonis forces him wide. He's not going to get it. If you're playing CFL Fantasy tonight, just handed this. Kenny Lawler's already at 18.1 points, and Bo's got 20.7. So big start to the fantasy week if you own Bo or Kenny in your fantasy leagues.
I'll tell you who's a fun guy to watch, and you just mentioned was Katsutonis there. I mean, he just has the pick. And on the very next offensive play, he comes from the free safety position downhill and forces Nathan Rourke, who's an electric runner, out of bounds, and now we've got a 2nd and 4. He can really do it all, obviously coming out of UBC. Really special player.
He's 27th on the CFL and TSN top 50 player rankings. Now this is completed. Hanging on to it there was Bolden. They were trying to strip it away from him, but he's got a first down for BC, and now points before the half, pretty much critical.
Critical. And you mentioned it, Dorian, when these turnovers, they always used to say they come in bunches, okay? It's contagious, and we're ripping at the football. You saw the punch on the earlier drive. The boys are hungry to get another one. I'm a firm believer that turnovers come in bunches. This defense is right now trying to get another one. BC needs to, lock down here and make sure they don't give them another one, because this thing could get out of control quickly.
McInnes one-on-one at the top of your screen. Everybody else to the right for Rourke. They'll hand it off to Butler, pushing it ahead, and he'll find the 50. Pretty good first down pickup for James Butler. That's his 9th carry of the ball game.
I thought that one was going to get gashed for a sec there. It looked like he had a nice little window, kind of hit the burst. Hamilton did a good job falling off their block here and making the skin. You're going to see this thing part. You got the window here. Wow, he plays underneath it. That's Baker. That's a dangerous play as a linebacker. Play underneath and try and get back. He does a great job there.
Back to Butler again. Butler picks his way through, and he's got a first down and more. Takes it inside the 50 with 1 minute and 40 seconds on the clock.
BC's run game has been very solid here. Butler again presses through here. It's a very nice pickup. They're moving bodies. They're creating lanes for him to run. Interesting to see if they try and kind of slow this game down by using the run game a little bit and finding ways to score points here and maybe double up because they get the ball at the half.
Butler averaging 5 yards per carry so far in this one. Rourke lays one out. Katsatona's almost had another. He breaks it up as Nathan was trying to find Nick Senecal.
This guy's everywhere right now. Katsatonis is everywhere. He's making plays in the run game. He's making plays in the pass game. Okay, again, he's not even on your screen right now. He's going to come. It's a sail concept 3-by-1, and he shoots down. Okay, it makes this play. You'd like this ball to be put out front a little more, but just part of why he's able to do that is film prep. He can see when I say a sail concept, there's a clear out and kind of a rolled corner route underneath it. Stavros is on fire right now.
2nd and 10 for Rourke. Ticats just send 3. Nathan bouncing around the pocket, gets it away. And that one incomplete, looking for Senecal again, and Braxton Hill right on his back.
And this is where it gets scary, because right now you're giving Bo the ball back, and granted it's not a ton of time, but obviously in this league, and with a quarterback like Bo and players like Kenny Lawler, they can't afford to give up any more points.
First punt of the ball game. Meyer drops this one just inside the 10. And there's a flag on the return as Mitchell takes it back out just beyond the Hamilton 20.
Hamilton number 46. 10-yard penalty. It's going to be first down.
This will back the Ticats up a little bit on the return. Well, Levi Mitchell trots onto the field. He's 9 of 10 for 218 yards and 3 touchdowns after having the perfect QBR last week.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing, Dustin, because it's hard when you say these numbers. It's like, no, he's not. There's no way, but he is.
So the Lions have ran 35 offensive plays. The Ticats are less than half of that.
Yeah.
That's 17.
And in the 218, obviously quarterbacks have done that number in this league, and it's a ton, but 218 on 10 attempts. Like, it's just been bombs away. It'll be interesting to see if they keep it going here.
49-yard completion to Lawler, 56-yard completion to Smith, and a 56-yard completion to Mitchell. They'll go on the ground this time, and Roundtree gives them some breathing room, takes it up to about the Ticat 10 with just under a minute left, and then, boy, lots to discuss from this one so far. Laura and the guys locked and loaded for Friday Night Football at the half.
I want to hear from my guy, David Sanchez, on what's going on defense and the DBs. You know, he's guys played both the NFL and CFL and a tremendous career. My guy, Chaz, has got to be scratching his head watching the BC Lions right now.
We talk a lot about halftime adjustments.
Yeah.
You're going to have to find something if you're the Lions defensively.
Yes.
Because this will not work again. Roundtree pushing it ahead as Ticats being conservative here with just 34 seconds left in the half and leading by 18.
I get it. I do totally understand it. Yeah, see, I think as much as that looked conservative, I think Coach Milanovich there thought they'd get at least one, kind of get him going. But they'll bleed this clock a little bit. But I thought they'd come out trying to sling it. I did.
I thought there might be one. I thought you might as well take one.
Yeah.
It's worked for you.
Totally.
The entire half. Mitch McCarthy called into work here. First punt of the game for Hamilton. And he gets this away from his own 2. That's going to be end over end. And that'll be taken inside the 50 by Bolden. Bolden with a flag on the field. Now a couple of them. There might have been a block in the back.
They're in the return. Illegal block. BC number 9. We'll go back 10 yards. It's going to be first down.
So BC on the road, 0-1, and now facing this deficit here at the half without 4 of their starting 5 receivers. This is a tough hill to climb.
Yeah, and that's the silver lining if you're a Lions fan right now, is especially in this league when you don't have 4 of your 5 starting receivers, it's going to be tough no matter who you are. But the tough part is, I get you, hey, Trevor Harris, Bo Levi Mitchell. Well, in this season's CFL, every week you're playing a guy at quarterback. Every week you're playing a guy.
Yeah, there's no off weeks.
Yeah. So you got to get this defense tightened up.
Rourke will take a knee, and that will do it for a dominant opening half for the Hamilton Tiger Cats, who looked excellent last week, hanging 37 on the Bombers in Winnipeg. Now they've got 27 here in the first half, and Bo near perfect.
Yeah, look at these throws, how far they're, but how accurate they are. Okay, we had Keandre early. Okay, Mitchell here over the DB. Okay, we're scrambling a little bit. We find Mang. I mean, Dustin, you gotta love it.
He's standing by with Danielle Bain.
Thanks, guys. Bo, it seems like you're getting offense from everywhere. 218 passing yards from you. What's allowing you to find the deep ball like how you are out there?
A lot of time in the league, great receiving core and O-line, and a running back that's giving me time in that pocket. I mean, Scott, again, mad genius, always creating different shots. You know, he's dialed tonight.
2 wild catches from Kenny Lawler, including that touchdown catch. You went up against Kenny for years before becoming teammates. What was the most annoying thing going up against him before?
Yeah, I mean, that right there. He's the best in the league, and he's shown it for a long time. You give that guy, you know, a chance in the air with the ball, he's going to go make a play for you.
Thanks so much. Good luck in the second half.
Appreciate it.
Well, Laura, a big one here. 27-9 for Hamilton after 2 quarters. Fireworks on offense. Just
Friday night in the Hammer, especially if you are a fan of the Ticats, as Bo Levi Mitchell hangs 27 on the BC Lions in the opening half. Sankey and the defense of the Lions going to have to get it back. He's standing by with Danielle Bain.
Darnell, when you're down at half like this, especially going up against a high-powered offense, what are some adjustments you guys are looking to make here?
We just got to go out there and do our job and have fun, play with swagger. You know, we need to go out there and just step it up in all areas of the game, for real. On defense especially, it's no-brainer.
Especially from a guy like you who's been in this league for a number of years now, what's your message to maybe some of the guys, especially those making their CFL debut?
Let's just go and play with our swag, man. This is football. It's supposed to be fun. We're supposed to be out there having fun with a team, with our defense, flying around, hitting people. We just got to get our swagger back. We're going to get it right now.
Have fun.
Thanks.
Is it possible to have fun when you're down 18?
It is very tough, but at this point, you kind of reset, Dustin. You reset, okay, listen, we can't score 18 points in one play. So let's go out here, let's battle, let's fight, and let's try and claw back one play at a time. I know it's a cliche, but that is how you got to lock in your mentality.
On both sides of the ball, too, right? It's not like one side of the ball is working and one side's not.
Bingo. We've struggled to score touchdowns for BC, and then Hamilton drives. Touchdown, 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 missed field goal, touchdown. And there was a punt, which was at the end of the half.
The Lions will have the ball to get us started. We are underway, second half in Hamilton. And Bolden gets taken down just outside the 30. Let's give you a look at the first half for Nathan Rourke. Was 11-19 for 159 yards, no touchdowns. Interception started pretty well. They were settling for field goals, but he started well.
Yeah, and Dustin, you said it started very well. It was fluid. Okay, he's making the most of the situation. But you do get the feeling that at some point, especially when your defense can't get a stop, it's like, hey, I got to press a little bit. And that's when that mistake right there happened. One of those things where, again, right now you can't score 18 points in one play. Let the game come to you. Try and claw your way back into this thing. They
moved the ball well in the first half. Had to settle for field goals. We'll see if they can find the end zone here. They'll dump it off to Butler. And he's gang tackled. Walton eventually finishing him off. And then it'll be 2nd and 10 set up for the Lions.
Little man coverage Hamilton shows there and plays it kind of first play of the half. Again, something that'll be interesting to see if they stick in that or continue to mix up coverages. We talk about, you know, one play at a time, trying to get this 18 points back over time. 2 and out would not be a great start. Stating the obvious here, Dustin. Not what you're looking for.
You want to put together a bit of a drive. It's going to be an empty backfield for Rourke. Goes over the middle, and that is broken up. Trying to find McInnes, and he's wrapped up around the waist by Bynum, the former Edmonton Elk.
Bynum makes a heck of a play here, so Hamilton brings a ton of pressure. Okay, and Bynum's on an island with McInnes. Okay, and you see this here. Again, you're right on it. Hey, I kind of like the no call. You know, I do. I like letting him play, but earlier they were calling it pretty tight. But Bynum's right on him there, and the 2 and out is occurred.
High snap, hauled in, booted away, taken at the 30 by Wooden. He's got something cooking. Here goes Wooden to midfield. Oh, this would be a start for the Ticats. And he's tripped up once again by Meyer, and there's a flag back by the 35.
This was a sweet return. We'll have to see the penalty here, but Dustin.
During the return, illegal block, Hamilton number 0. It's a 10-yard penalty. It's going to be a first down.
Would have been coming back anyway.
Yes, but it was pretty fun to watch. You kind of see this thing get parted. Great job. Oh, there it is. You just saw at the end of the screen there. But that's pretty close. We talked about this last Friday with kind of turning. I think if he just doesn't physically hit him as hard there, probably breaks out and you're sitting with a really good field position.
After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Ticats. And this drive will start on their own 22. 9 of 10, 218 yards and 3 touchdowns for Bull in the first half of this game. And he has a completion here as he puts it into the waiting hands of Gittins Jr., just the 2nd catch of the game for Curling.
One of the things I'm going to find fascinating with this 3rd quarter here is how Scott Milanovich plays it. Obviously, you got the big lead. You start to try and bleed the clock already. Some coaches will do that. Or do you keep your foot on the gas and keep pushing it down the field?
You got to be a foot in the gas guy, right?
I'm a massive foot on the gas guy. Right now, I'm taking a shot. That's me personally, but we'll see how this goes.
Lions set for. They'll get it away. Looking for Gittins again. Ball pops out. It's going to be picked up, taken back on the far side, down inside the 5. Matthew Betts. And we'll have to sort this one out.
I was looking for a flag here, Dustin. I'm not going to lie. I'm a bit confused on what has just occurred. I mean, the ball clearly spikes.
I thought I missed something.
It's under automatic review as it's ruled a turnover on the field.
Not much.
I don't know how we rule. I got no comment. This will be a real quick review, and we'll be punting.
I don't think you have to be an official to see that was clearly an incomplete pass. So they'll get that sorted out here.
It was interesting going back to this, though. I did think there was a potential. It was a bang-bang play, but I thought it potentially could have been a PI.
Thought he got there just a bit early.
We'll watch it here. I could be wrong. So you're going to see just kind of an inside, they call it a tempo. I get it, bang, bang, kind of let the game play.
All right, we're going to get the announcement after that.
I thought it was going to be the world's quickest review, but
review. All right, we're being told there's some communication issues. That's why our referee, Ben Major, had to come over, use a different headset to get the ruling.
This makes me feel a little better. I was about to throw out the term conspiracy, Dustin. That was coming out next.
Well, it's cut and dry.
Yeah.
Incomplete pass. And they'll for sure be punting it away.
The good news is for BC, and again, I call them hidden yards, but it's bang, bang play. They make the stop there, and that's 2 drives in a row, albeit one was.
After automatic review by the replay center, the ruling on the field is overturned to an incomplete pass, okay? 3rd down.
So it's 2 drives in a row. They've gotten to stop. Again, albeit one was into the half. They were kind of trying to kill the clock. But here we go. It's they should have, depending on how this punt goes, decent field position.
I think we saw a challenge flag thrown. There is hey, Milanovic saw what you saw, and he's going to challenge for defensive pass interference. And on the replay we saw, Ben had to run back over to the headset. Round of applause for Ben Major, everybody.
Yeah, he's on it right now.
But I mean, it basically comes down if they thought he was there earlier or not, right? Like it's.
Yeah, and I think there's a world here. It's a bit gray, but I think there's a world where they do give this challenge to the Ticats. Again, we're watching.
Now challenging the previous play. They believe there should have been defensive pass interference on the play. So this will be reviewed.
It's going to be a tempo route here, and then you just slide underneath as these guys kind of fly out here. Okay, and you'll see the bang bang play. So here you see the tempo. We go. I call this a now route, and if we, like, to me, that is by the letter of the law when you slow-mo it. That is a defensive pass interference. By the letter of the law.
Even if Williams is trying to make a play on the ball himself.
If you get there early and make that kind of contact, slow-mo makes it look. Slow-mo makes it look worse, but I do think that Milanovic might win this one. We'll see. Nice hit, though.
Bang, bang play, but it did look like he was there ever so early. And we're going to go back to Ben Major, who's been a busy boy over the last couple of minutes.
Upon review by the replay center, the ruling on the field is overturned. We have defensive pass interference, BC number 9. It's a 10-yard penalty and an automatic 1st down for Hamilton.
I believe the young kids say the term is he's in his bag right now. I'm referring to that man right there, Scott Milanovic. 4 for 4 in the year in challenges. I thought BC got a stop finally, and now we're sitting here with 1st and 10 fresh sticks, and Dustin would not surprise me if you know what's coming.
Deep shot, right? After all the delays and the change.
How about a Kenny Lawler deep shot?
Oh, let's see what happens here. It'll be a 1st and 10 on the Hamilton 37. Nope, they're going to hand it off. And Roundtree almost broke that. Held on to by Williams, but a nice pickup on 1st down on the ground for the Ticats.
Yeah, and I respect it here again. We talked about this earlier, keeping the defense honest, and it's only a matter of time if you're not going to respect the run, and here you see it. Okay, it's a good press into the hole there. We kind of cut back 9 yards. It's not that far from breaking, so if they get that in the arsenal, it's just another tool they can use tonight.
Roundtree just 7 carries so far tonight. 28 yards. And he'll stand in behind Bo Levi Mitchell. And they'll give it to him once again. And he will have enough for a Ticats first down.
Dustin, we talked earlier about Scott Milanovich and just kind of how tough it is to prepare for this guy. And I know it's a simple conversion, but what I want you to see is, look, we got an extra lineman there playing tight end. Okay, and my point here is saying, okay, as you're prepping in the week, we got to prepare for a 2 tight end hand down, and that's Kolinkowski, okay, playing tight end on the right side. And on the flip side, you got to prepare also for 4 or 5R with this receiving group.
Here's Bo, dumps it off, Roundtree. They've set it up for him. He's got some blockers. He's got a first down. And up to the 50. First time we've seen that look tonight from the Ticats offense.
Another pretty cool play design here. I know I'm singing his praises a lot, but I want you to watch Revenberg here. He's going to pull. So the run game started to come to life. I'm going to circle. Here's Revenberg, and he's going to pull across like it's a run play. So, hey, ball snap. We fake the handoff here. You see Revenberg pull. That pulls all the linebackers to the right, and we just slot back a little screen. Easy pitch and catch. Roundtree does a nice job after making the play. We got another first down.
Work from the BC 50. Back on the ground again, Roundtree, nice move. And he's got another first down as this has become the Larry Roundtree drive for the Ticats.
We're talking about pullers now, and it's Dumoulin Duguay on this one, okay? And again, I get fired up over this stuff. I do, Dustin, okay? We're going to circle our big guy right here. Watch him come and kick this thing out. Here he goes. Boom. Got him. Big play cut off the inside.
Nowhere to go, eh? You're a defender coming around that edge, and all of a sudden,
yeah,
slam.
Slam. You know, that's they're moving right now.
From the BC 39, Mitchell with time, wide open, and he drops it in there. Mang's got it again, and he's continued. He's caught every target thrown in his direction so far in this young season.
Yeah, I call this a little spacing, or you can say a snag concept, but we're basically putting Lee in a bind. He's a curl flat defender. So we sit there and we wait and we wait and we wait, and he's just looking at Lee. And as soon as he makes a decision or Mang outflanks him, we get the ball out there. Excuse me, it was Williams.
So you're waiting to see, is he going to move? Is he going to go? Is he going to go? It doesn't. Boom, Mang.
And that's pretty much it. Again, simple kind of pitch and catch. And when you have time like Bo has had tonight, it becomes a simple game, plays like that.
Back to Roundtree again. Oh, a couple of nice cuts. And he's got another first down for the Ticats.
And this is impressive. We talk about shots. Now we've just turned this into an absolute bloodbath inside. Check out our guy, Mang, that scored. Now this little wham block here. Boom. Here we go. We're going to do it on the D tackle. Okay, boom. Got him. And now we push at Roundtree. He's going to cut right up on the inside here. So he's pressing to set his blocks up. Then he makes a man miss. They are just controlling the play clock, controlling the line of scrimmage right now. This offensive line is having a special drive right now.
Bo's 12 of 13 tonight for 242 yards. And they'll go back to Roundtree again. He's going to get a little bit of a push from his line, and they'll take it ahead for close to 5 yards on first down again.
I'll tell you, Dustin, there is, as a play caller in Milanovich right now, the idea you've been able to come out, throw all these deep shots, go into these different personnels, and then come out in the third quarter and you're up 18 and basically say, hey, here's our line and Roundtree. And our tight ends got to give him some love. That's certainly a nice thing to have in your arsenal. Really impressive drive here.
3 to the left for Bo. That's where he'll look. That's where he'll throw. Guns it in there. And another first down as the Ticats march on. Curly Gittins Jr. has another one.
We talked about stick concepts a lot today. It's been Lawler earlier, but Gittins Jr. here runs what I like to call a stick nod. So he basically tries to get himself covered, okay, on this stick route, and then comes back and wraps around. And this is a heck of a throw. We fire in there. Okay, I mean, everything's working right now for Hamilton. It's fun watch if you're an offensive mind.
A surgical drive from the Ticats offense. 1st and goal from the BC 8s. Mitchell over the middle. Touchdown! Finds the big fella again. Max Mang's got 2, and the route is on in the hammer.
I think you got a new fantasy touchdown vulture right now.
Pick this guy up immediately.
Yes.
Run to your waiver wire now.
Yeah, and it's a big body. Clearly, Bo likes throwing. Kind of, if they're going to play somewhat of a zone coverage, he's going to find the big man and just find a window. Nothing too complex here. See some motion. Okay, Mangs line up on the right side and sits right in the zone. Boom. That's how they teach drag routes, okay? You clear out, you do what you need to do, but if it's zone coverage, make sure you do a false acceleration into it and sit in that window. Bo finds him.
I mean, physically, he would be a mismatch for anyone, but when you're wide open, you're going to find a big guy like that every time. Leggio hammers it through. 3 touchdowns on the season for the rookie from Syracuse, Max Mang. Bo Levi Mitchell picking apart the Lions. 4 touchdowns for the Ticats. This is an 11-play, 88-yard drive that took 6.5 minutes.
Yeah, and to me, that's just really flexing your muscle right now. If you're an offensive coach or an offensive player involved in the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Yeah, we took advantage of the quick strikes early. But don't think that we're one-dimensional and we can only throw it deep. You want to see our run game. You want to see this fabulous offensive line. You want to see our big tight end on the goal line. I would argue that that drive is almost more impressive than some of the earlier ones.
I was going to say, that's kind of like the backbreaker, right? That's what we just witnessed. Now, here's Bolden trying to find a little bit of space. He'll get it to the 40. Anything to provide a spark for the BC Lions. Nathan Rourke in a whole lot of trouble with his BC Lion 25. But if anybody in the league could put together a comeback, I guess we could say it could be Captain Canada. Look at this.
There's a beaver dressed as a Mountie there.
78.7 completion percentage in 2022. 2025. Almost 5,300 passing yards.
Over the Moose.
A Canadian record. MOP, most outstanding Canadian as well. Just the 5th to ever do that in the CFL. And maybe even more impressive, he could do a comeback tonight.
I was going to say, you might need that cape right now if they want to get back into this thing.
They'll hand it off. This time working in Horvath. And he'll push it ahead for about 4 yards. On 1st down, Nathan Rourke has gone 6.5 quarters without a touchdown pass to start the season, which I did not have on the bingo card to start the year.
Yeah, it's been a tough start, but in fairness, you know, Saskatchewan is obviously the reigning Grey Cup champions, and I don't care who Saskatchewan's playing, that is a tough team to go against. The Riders are really a complete team, and I would say Hamilton's obviously up there this year.
They were going to come back tonight to be the largest in franchise history. Current record is 20. They were down 20 to Montreal back in 2004. Came back to win that game 32-29, and still 5 minutes left in the third, but being down by this much, you got to move quick.
You do have to move quick. You're seeing them go no huddle right now, but I'll tell you, we talked about it early in the first quarter. The cat and mouse game between a free safety and the quarterback. Stavros right now, you just have a feeling he's going to make a play.
Got another completion. That's a 1st down. And that is into the hands of Silas Bolden, getting a little bit more playing time with Poissant going down earlier in this game.
Yeah, and right now Hamilton's kind of given up a lot underneath, which I get. Again, they've had a lot of success in the red zone or red area defense.
Rourke pressured, finds a little bit of space, dumps it off, and that is incomplete, in and out of the hands of McInnes.
Yeah, and this is how I would continue to play right now. And I know everyone's like, oh, why the defense is going to prevent? It's not prevent. We're not playing prevent defense. We're trying to get home, which you almost did there with your front 4. And you're playing kind of what they call umbrella, or you can call it double cut coverage. It's very soft coverage. The umbrella is literally shaped like an umbrella. That's, I think, why they call it that way. And just rally and tackle underneath, make them slowly drive the field.
Poissant, who was injured earlier, officially will not return to the game tonight. So down 4 of their 5 starters. Now they lose Poissant earlier in the first half as well. Rourke, far sideline. And that one incomplete, and that didn't look good. McInnes was reaching for his left ankle. And he is up with a bit of a limp, and he'll stay on that BC sideline.
Real nice play by Talbot. So that was two-man coverage. It was two high safeties. If you're playing someone in man, you play inside leverage. So out-breaking routes are generally what you want to throw. Obviously there, Talbot did a great job covering that up and left a very small window that was not connected.
Sean White, perfect so far tonight. This one from just inside 45. And it is up and through, and he has been the only source of offense for the Lions tonight. This guy has been outstanding. 4 catches, 81 yards, and a touchdown for Kenny Lawler. Just 6 catches for 75 yards so far this season. We're saying a little bit of a slow start for a guy who's this talented, and he's picked it up tonight.
Yeah, one of the things Scott Milanovich told us this week was that in his film prep, he realizes that everyone plays them differently because of Kenny. So Kenny really dictates coverages and getting teams out of what they normally play. So again, sometimes stats are a bit misleading of how valuable guys are, because even if he's not having the big games, he's dictating what the defense does and getting other guys open or giving them better matchups.
It's like the corner who's so good that nobody throws in their direction.
Bingo.
Right? They don't have a bunch of interceptions. That's because they're too good at what they do. Back on the ground again, and that'll be pushed ahead. Positive yardage on first down. And we'll see if the Ticats just grind out another drive here against the Lions. That's what they did on the last possession after scoring quickly in the opening half. Still just one incompletion for Bo. 2nd and 6 on his own 44. Lawler will slide it behind him, now over to the left. Mitchell looks down the middle, deep one down the field. Kenny not gonna get to this one. Too much juice on it. Lawler will find a way to make some spectacular catches, but he would have had to have go-go gadget arms to haul that one in.
Yeah, Kenny's smiling there. BC played this one well. This is what you would kind of rather see later in the year. Earlier in the game, excuse me, Kenny's heading up the seam, and they squeezed that from the corner in the safety. I think Bo maybe got a little greedy. Everything's been hidden. Probably should have came underneath on that one. But I get it, you know.
It's been one of those nights for them.
Yes, you might as well keep taking the shots.
McCarthy set to kick it away, standing on his own 30 as he boots it into the night sky here in the Hammer. Backpedaling is Bolden, grabs it at the 10. And he is contained just outside the 15. 34-12. Safe to say Hamilton proud of their Ticats so far here tonight. Game over 650 passing yards. Completion percentage is over 70% right now. Touchdown to interception ratio at 4.75, and we're averaging 59 points per game, which is 3rd all time. So now early in the season, and you know, injuries are going to factor in as we work our way through, but you couldn't ask for a better start offensively in this league.
Absolutely not. And as much as we love to talk with the quarterbacks, and rightfully so, I also think the play callers have been phenomenal this year. Across the board, there's been some really cool concepts. They've done a great job.
They'll hand it off to Butler, and he is tracked down from behind by Miles Fox. 11th carry of the game for Butler. Hasn't been able to break a big one just yet. His long went for 11. Butler is currently the active rushing touchdowns leader in the league. He's got 31 in his career. Could you read what he had on the grill?
No, I don't think I've seen that before, though.
That's a big challenge to us to ask the camera crew.
Yeah.
Can you get in tight enough so we can read the mouth guard?
That's a new one for me.
Now they'll give it to him again, but that is not going to be enough.
Stubblefield does a tremendous job here. You know, this is pretty cool here. Just watching him play downhill. You're going to see him on the left side of the line here. Okay, and he comes as we roll this. I'll highlight him because I want him to show you here that he's right here, just coming downhill. It's really from that position to be able to make that play and create a third and short. Not a lot of guys can get that done, have the physicality to get that done.
9 tackles for Stubblefield coming in to this one. They're going to go for it, and it's going to go nowhere. Butler hammered back again. Turnover on downs for the Lions.
It's just one of those evenings right now for BC. You get the good first down play there with Butler. Nice run. Then you get stuffed by Stubblefield, who is deeper, and then on here you have 2 tight ends in here, and we just lose at the right guard position, which spills this thing. So it's a good matchup, but you're going to see here it's a little underneath move, and Fox rips through there and causes the play to bubble and get flat, and then the boys can all play downhill. And now all of a sudden Bo Levi is back out here with not many yards to go.
Yeah, have to like their chances of finishing it from here. That ball will be placed on the BC 26. Bo's 14 of 16, 262 and 4 touchdowns.
So Dustin, we talked about turnovers. That's a turnover on down. Earlier off of the interception, first thing was a shot. We're on the 26-yard line. It'll be interesting to see what Scott Milanovich calls here. We do have a hand down tight end and bang, but it would not surprise me with a little play action shot here.
Let's give it to Roundtree. Braces for that contact and pushes it ahead, with Vladeck stopping him defensively. And 3 quarters in the books. It is all Hamilton on Friday Night Football.
Defensive pass interference.
Low that we've seen in the league so far this season. Bo Levi, 262 passing yards. I got to get to the conversation here. How much longer do you expect Bo Levi Mitchell to stay in this football game, Luke?
I think if they score a touchdown on this drive here, this will be it, and we'll get the Trey Ford show, which will be kind of cool. We saw him, you know, sporadically into last week, but we talk about Scott Milanovich and his ability to create different looks that teams have to prep for, they have to study for. If Trey Ford does enter the game, do they run the similar offense they have all game, or do they kind of start to show more of the Trey Ford potential package that we can see as the year progresses?
See how you can mix him in. Certainly a unique skill set and weapon in the mix for the Ticats. But Bo Levi has been close to perfect tonight, having his way with a struggling Lions defense. Looks to throw here, down towards the end zone. Touchdown! Another one just for good measure. Curly Gittens Jr. has his first of the season.
It just looks too easy, Dustin, and you're going to see Bo Levi look left. He's looking off a safety, and he knows that Gittens Jr. is going to be coming on his right side here, and he throws a nice, what I call, 2 balls. Not a floater, he rips it in here. So you're going to watch Bo, and as we pause this right here, okay, he's just holding the safety left, and he fires it in here. He's got the matchup he wants. They win. They call it, I believe, match coverage. That's what we're trying to play. But with this match coverage look, you have to be able to recognize route combos. So part of what I think is jamming up BC right now is with the amount of match they play. If you don't understand, okay, this team likes to run this style of combo or have a bit of a tell, hey, he's a little more tighter, a little more narrow, then you're kind of guessing a bit, and it's a tough spot to be in. Bo just turns, and again, I thought he was looking left for a little bit. He sees early where he's going. Not the prettiest spiral, but Gittens Jr. just flat out wins.
Didn't need to be, right?
No.
Got it to the spot where it needed to go. A little bit of a wobbler.
It protects him with the throw there, keeps the hit off the body.
The 20th career touchdown for Gittens Jr. Bo has 5 touchdown passes in this game, tying a career high. He has done that now 4 times in his career. 5 touchdown passes for the guy who lost to Nathan Rourke in the MOP conversation last year.
Yeah, and what I'll say about that is sometimes, and this is in all leagues, I find that the end of the year gets weighted a little too heavy. You know, you look at this game here. I know it's week 3. I understand that, Dustin. But the way Bo Levi has played tonight, we have so much recency bias. Oh, last 6 weeks, you know,
Yeah.
it gets tight. Like, this has been a special night and a special performance by him that should carry on and mean as much as some of the later games this season do.
Will be hard to forget this one. 5 touchdowns, not even 300 yards just yet, but he's had a heck of a night.
That's the funny one. You know, he's not just had 300 yards. It feels like he's thrown for 500.
I know. He hasn't had to. He's quick strike offense. Made the most of it. Some good field position. And if you have him starting on your CFL fantasy lineup tonight, congratulations on your win here in week 3, because you have to, the rest of your roster would have to suck to waste the night that Bo Levi Mitchell has had.
5 tutties will do that. 5 tutties will definitely get you that nice fantasy. But you never know. We saw the stats earlier. There's been a lot of good offensive football.
Yeah,
Could be another guy.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure there will. Like, last week we had 4 400-yard quarterbacks for the first time since '95, and the first time ever in a 3 or 4 game week. And the 2 quarterbacks who didn't get it were the 2 guys that we're watching here tonight. One's last year's MOP, and the other guy is Bo Levi Mitchell, who's got 5 touchdown passes.
Yeah,
so.
bingo. And what's been fun too is some of the games have gotten a little, you know, big leads early, but when you have this type of quarterback play, although it didn't happen tonight for Nathan Rourke, but you can get back into games. So it's really, again, a first kind of blow, but it's been a special start to the season. And I only expect to continue to grow and continue to carry on that trend.
Short yardage. Horvath will pick up the first down. BC's offense is going to be fine. I mean, they're missing Hatcher, they're missing Berryhill, they're missing Catoy, missing a bunch of weapons. We're expecting the BC Lions to score points. It's their defense that I think Lions fans are probably concerned about. What I find interesting, and I think we were talking about this before the game, or I was talking about it with somebody before the game, but you know, last week it was Trevor Harris, veteran quarterback, knows where that ball needs to be. This week, another guy who, nothing against Bo, but not overly mobile. He's a guy who likes to sit in the pocket and throw it. That's 2 weeks in a row you've been picked apart by the veteran guys in this league. I don't know if that says something about the BC defense or not, but not what you would like for a start. Speaking of defense here, Hauser helping out Kendricks, and they wrap up Rourke.
Yeah, to further your point on BC's defense, I don't think all hope is lost. You know, I do think that Benavides can get this defense right. Going back to last week, buzzing the film, this is, again, partially what jams your offense, is it's a 4-man rush, and I'd call this like a coverage sack. It's a stat that shows up, but it's not like anyone got smoked there. But talking about BC's defense, I do think that it's going to take some time. They do a lot of multiple fronts. They run a lot of different things, and they got to kind of find their identity.
Rourke has a completion. It's not going to be enough for the first down. They were in 2nd and long. He went back to Senecal. That offense is going to stay on the field. At some point, you're probably talking about bringing Nathan Rourke out of the game as well.
And you can see Nathan puts his hands on his head there. Again, obviously it's a blow, but I was surprised there. It's 3rd and 3. You're at the 45-yard line going in. And it's just kind of waving the white flag at this point. So,
yeah, they went for it inside their own 30 on 3rd and 5 in the 3rd quarter.
Riddle me that.
They will kick this one away. And that one will drop in at the 5. Bounces in to the end zone. Grabbed there by Mitchell. And he'll take a knee with just under 11 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. And a statement game. 5 touchdowns thrown by Bo Levi Mitchell. He's done it before in his career, just a handful of times. Here's a look at all of them.
Yeah, takes a shot here on Finley. Mang's got a couple. Throw one up to Kenny. He's kind of doing all different ways. Getting back to his tight end. And gets
spreading it around.
Gets the wobbler to fall in there. Gittens Jr. He's certainly having a career night right now.
285 yards, 5 touchdowns. Stays in the game with a 41-13 lead.
I wonder if they're chasing some stats potentially.
Well, he's never thrown 6 touchdown passes in his CFL career, as we were told by ace statsman Purley over here.
Purley's got the juice.
It hasn't thrown for 6 touchdowns at any level, but last thing you want. Now, their offensive line's been outstanding tonight. He basically hasn't been touched. He was rushed once.
Their offensive line has been outstanding. The 6 touchdown number is kind of a wild one because he won a Texas high school 5A state championship. The reason I know that is one of their O-linemen was my college roommate.
He was your roommate?
Yes. Eric Ball was his name. And Bo Levi Mitchell started actually at SMU, which happened to be a big rival for the Rice Owls. So I had to play against Bo a couple years in my younger days before I moved on to Eastern Washington.
2nd and 10. Gets this one away, and that's in and out of the hands of Carrick Wheatfall. First time tonight we've actually said the name Carrick Wheatfall. He's had a nice start to the year, too. Hasn't been involved so far tonight. Can't hang on to that one, and it'll be a punt coming up for the Ticats.
Yeah, this is just, you know, let's call it a foot too far out there. Pretty much the only thing he's done wrong all day today.
Just the 3rd incompletion of the game for Bo. And Mitch McCarthy. First-year punter. Lays this one out there. Bolden waiting and takes it just inside the 20. There's a flag as he finds a little bit of space. Did not get to that far edge as he's wrapped up and taken down by Gordon White. And we'll wait to see what the call is on the field. Looks like this one will be back in the Lions up.
They're in the return, illegal block, BC number 9. It's a 10-yard penalty. It's going to be a first down for BC, and we're in TV timeout.
We will step away from the hammer. Ticats all over the Lions. Should be a great weekend. And there's Nathan Rourke. He's still in this game as well. His team is down 41-13. Doesn't have any of his regular receivers out there with the exception of McInnes. And he goes to McInnes. And they're going to leave him in the ball game. I just think you're playing with fire early in the season with our 2 MOP finalists from last year.
Yeah, agreed. I don't love leaving him in right now. I get that you're always competing, but in the same breath, the last drive, it's a 3rd and 3 on your opponent's 45-yard line, and we choose to punt. And then you roll out last year's reigning MOP right now. There's a lot of risk and very little reward that can occur here for the rest of this game.
9 yards to McInnes. They'll hand it off. Trying to push it ahead. Looks like he'll probably have enough. If not, they'll be just short.
Well, I'll tell you this, the linebacker play
Oh, no, they're going to be short.
has been really phenomenal. Hill, Baker, I'll throw Stubblefield in there. If you watch Hill on this, just comes downhill and makes this play. And we got a 3rd short, and we're going for this one. 3rd inches.
8 minutes to go. 4th quarter. Horvath doesn't need much. got enough, pushes it ahead. Hill will take him down, and it'll be a first down for the Lions. BC with that loss in Regina, losing here tonight. They'll get Calgary next week. Things don't get easier. Like we said earlier, it's not going to get easier for anybody all year long. You're going to have to earn your victories across the league this year.
I think Buck Pierce's message has got to be, stay the course, stay the course. The public thought this was a bit of a Grey Cup favorite coming into the season.
Dump it off to Butler. Found a little bit of space. And he'll be stopped about a yard short of another first down.
The public thought, this is what we're talking. You don't need this if you're BC.
That is not Rourke, just in case people quickly saw somebody down. It's one of his offensive linemen. I believe it's Brandon Yates.
But for Buck Pierce, I think the message got to be, hey, stay the course. A lot of people had high hopes for this team. Obviously, it's not the start they're going to want, dropping to 0-2. They've had a lot of injuries. But your message has got to be, okay, we got to, when times get tough, you have to kind of come together, not split apart. Because teams can unravel, especially when you get blown out like this. And the reality of the situation is you lost a very tight one to the defending Grey Cup champions. You came on the road to Hamilton. I wouldn't say it's been a super loud building, but I will say it's a very gritty environment.
It's a great way to describe the Hammer.
Yeah, so it's, you're on the road. You ran into a bit of a buzzsaw. This Hamilton team is the real deal. Stay the course. Don't lose faith in the team and the culture.
Do you like facing adversity early in the season? I know along the way in a season, you can build around it at times, but what about early?
Middle is the best spot.
That's the best
Middle's the best time.
That's when you want your adversity.
Yes.
Yeah.
You always want to just feel good. The plays you put in, the situations, you're coming out of camp. Right now, even as a coaching staff, as players, you start questioning, like, hey, are we not as good as we think? Like, those doubts can creep in, and you've got to have good leaders in the locker room and a good coaching staff that creates that culture to, overcome that type of adversity.
Second and a yard in the shotgun. Rourke gets it away. And that is caught, pushed ahead for a first down just outside the 40s. He got it into the hands of Jermaine Jackson, around the club last year a bit.
Yeah, I'll say this too, Dustin. One of the things that can happen right now is receiver-wise, obviously a lot of these guys are getting way more opportunity than they would. And even if they're not catching a ton of balls, as an offensive coach, you turn the film on, hey, is this guy in the right place at the right time? He's getting his route depth. Because at the professional football level, there's just not that many reps to get, whether it's in a game or practice. So this is, again, you can get a lot if you're a receiver out of these types of drives.
Rourke gets this one away quick enough, and that'll be another first down. As he goes to Williams. Williams getting the start in place of Keon Hatcher tonight. That's his first catch of the ball game. Rourke sitting at 235 yards passing. And another quick one into the hands of Jermaine Jackson. Ticats got to be feeling pretty good about themselves, though.
Yeah, very good. And I'll say this right now, if you're taking an honest assessment of Hamilton at this point, you obviously went into a very, very tough environment in Winnipeg and found a way to win there. You're back at home. You're going to win this one. And if you look back to your only loss, it was against Montreal in a game where you tip your cap to Montreal. They made some plays, but I feel like if you're Hamilton watching that film, you let that slip away a bit.
Hamilton will have a bye, and then they're back here at home against Winnipeg in early July. Rourke bouncing around, gets it away. Low throw, but Senecal went down and got it. First down, BC.
Nathan's putting together a nice drive here. Again, a bit off schedule there. We're going no huddle the whole way through here.
Once again, moves it quickly to the near side of the field, right back into Jaden Williams. Williams was at Boston College for 3 years, then finished his college career at Texas State. Didn't know he was going to be playing until last second tonight, as Keon Hatcher was officially listed as a game time decision. This is Dejon Allen who's down. He was actually slow to get up earlier in this drive, had a limp probably around 4 or 5 plays ago, and now he is down. That's the right tackle for Nathan Rourke, and we will step away with 4.5 to play in Hamilton. Ticats on their old. They lost Yates earlier on this drive, so now you'll see Nathan Cherry in there wearing number 62. Usually wears number 91 and is a defensive lineman, but he's been called into duty on the offensive line here for the rest of this one.
I mean, I can't even fathom that. That's utter carnage. The amount of calls offensive line need to make, if he could come in here and play well, that'd be really special.
They'll hand it off to Butler, pushing it ahead. Needed to get to the 14 for a first down. He's going to be marked down right around there.
And you see Fox, you see Kendricks Jr. in there for Hamilton. It's not like Hamilton has their backup D tackles in.
No.
Okay, like,
you know what they're thinking.
Yeah. It's that's a tough ask for Cherry to be in here.
Rourke has been sacked 3 times in the game. Nothing on the other side for Bo. Been upright the entire night. Rourke, end zone shot, lays it out there, and it's hauled in. Nick Senecal, that's his first CFL touchdown.
Yeah, nice little fade route by Senecal. It's a great throw, good catch. Really well-placed football. Again, not too much of a regression here. He sees it right away, goes. Just trying to hold the middle field safety. Good win by Senecal.
He would like it to come in a better situation, but his first CFL touchdown, got to be happy with it. He had 9 touchdowns during his time with Hawaii. And I think we might have a challenge. We do have a challenge.
The previous play, they believe there should have been offensive pass interference. The play will be reviewed.
We'll watch it, Dustin, but I love this. You think he can? You think he wants to give up a garbage time touchdown? Absolutely not.
Clearly not.
Look at him. Look at him.
You said earlier he's cooking.
I love this guy.
He's been nailing it on challenges so far this year. Let's take a look.
Okay, nothing there. We got a little swat. We're playing fine. We're looking for arm extension. Fine. Uh-oh.
Oh.
It's not much. It's not much, but by the letter of the law, they always used to tell us as offensive guys, if you extend the arm, you want to try and chicken wing it, but.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, please.
Okay, arm is extended, I'll agree.
Yes.
But it doesn't have, there's like, what if there's no push? What if it's just, because it didn't look like he really maybe held him up for a second,
I would agree
right?
with you, Dustin. I personally probably keep it as a touchdown.
Yeah, I don't think there was enough there. But let's send it back down to Ben Major here.
Upon further review, the ruling on the field stands. Hamilton loses their challenge and a team timeout. It's a BC touchdown.
I think you want to see that one stand, right? Like across the league.
Yeah. Oh, Scott Milanovich is not.
He doesn't want to see it stand. He's not happy with it.
That's a competitor, though. You're up 1,000,000 points. That's a competitor. Look, hands in the hips right now. He's upset. I love that. You love playing for a coach that way, too.
And that is knocked through. We've got a 21-point game. It's an 11-play drive that went 101 yards in about 5.5 minutes.
Yeah, and Dustin, I think you're right. I think if there was more of a shove, it probably gets called back. But I think this is a good, no call. And it was a nice throw, something you can kind of build off of. And you got a winner here, okay? But check out our guy, Cherry. I mean, in there, clamping up. Okay, I like it. Again, not much positive for BC, but you got to take your wins. This throw was very special. Okay, and we're going to get our guy, Cherry, who had, I believe you said, Dustin, changed jerseys.
He had to change jerseys. There he is.
Look at him. This guy's a D lineman. Little Sally. Oh, yeah, he's fired up. This guy's ready to play some, that's a ball player right there.
First touchdown pass of the year for Nathan Rourke as well. How about Senecal tonight? Getting thrown into the fire here. Targeted 10 times, caught 7 of them for 95 yards and a touchdown. Was just drafted in the 2026 draft, and it looks like BC might have found themselves a good one.
Yeah, and again, it does seem very doom and gloom right now, but when you buzz film and you have guys like that kind of step up, make plays like he has tonight, there are always things you can take away from games like this.
Hammer it deep once more. Wooden will grab it just inside the 15. He's been close all night. Another burst up to the 35, the 40, and he'll be wrapped up and taken down. It's Meyer again. He's made 3 tackles in this game.
I was just about to say, one of the things you can take away is that your kicker can tackle. Now, you don't want that.
Yeah.
But your kicker has been flying down and making some plays here.
6'3", 235, moves pretty well.
Yeah, he can run. He can run. Maybe get him a receiver in this last drive. Who knows? He's got a little juice. So this to me is a bit wild. Assuming we're just handing the ball off.
Yeah, was probably just turning around and giving this to Roundtree, I would think, the rest of the game. Ticats leading by 21 on an emotional night here at home. Loving every minute of it, start to finish, all Ticats.
Protected well. The pocket's been great. They've been able to run the football. Look at the boys here. Okay, bodies on the ground. You got Reed, left tackle, Revenberg, Dobson, Dumoulin, Duguay, and Barrow. I'm going to put Mang in there, tight end. He's been putting his hand in the ground. Kolakowski's came in as a big body tight end. Look at the protection. Look at the run game. They have kept Bo Levi very, very clean. It's 2 games in a row where this unit has operated at an elite level and has really done some great things on film.
Mitchell will hand it off to Roundtree. We were talking about Bo last week, perfect quarterback rating, and he has another perfect quarterback rating here tonight. So back-to-back games of brilliance for Bo Levi Mitchell.
Absolutely. I'll tell you what I love about this play right here that just occurred. I get it's only a 4-yard run, but I always find teams embody their head coach. We just talked about Blanovich being very upset about that touchdown. On that last run, way off the field, way down the field, 2 wide receivers were chasing after DBs, trying to put them in the dirt. Okay, it's tenacity, it's ferociousness. You just don't turn it off. You love to see it.
Well, it's a mindset that's being established early in the season for the Ticats, as they'll hand this one off back to the line of scrimmage no further, and they'll bring up 3rd down, and they'll kick it away once more. Prior to this, I do believe the biggest victory of the year was actually Hamilton against Winnipeg last week, in which they ended up winning by 10. Now they're looking at a 21-point cushion here, and the Ticats seem to be rolling early in the 2026 campaign.
We certainly have a very complete team. Do a lot of nice things on both sides of the football.
McCarthy drops this one just inside the 15. Golden's got it again, heads up, taken down. Panabaker there. You're just talking about it. They're up by 21. These guys are still finishing the job.
Yeah, and again, to me, that screams culture. That screams the coaching staff, the veteran leaders. Like Panabaker there is coming downhill. He's had a really nice game on special teams. It matters. It means a bunch. You know, it means a lot to him. It's important.
All right, now we will get a look at Chase Bryce. Just attempted 4 passes last year. Has 1 career touchdown pass, lays it out there and drops one in. Working against Walton was Williams.
Coming off the sideline to make that throw is pretty cool. I'm going to be honest, this is put right in the bucket. Okay, he comes out slinging and don't get more accurate than that. And again, you've been standing on the sideline for 3 hours. You got to respect that.
He's been with the Lions. This is his 4th season. Hasn't played much. Been in that quarterback room for the last few years. And he's got another completion, this one to Senecal. And another completion. Second down here for Bryce. That one incomplete. Looking for Jermaine Jackson.
Bryce looks like he's got a big arm just coming down here. Just firing heaters in there right now.
Finally gets an opportunity to get some reps, right?
Yeah.
Gonna be a little fired up. Gonna get to face the third down situation here. 3rd and 4.
Gives me that old school QB vibe with the loose arm sleeves. You know, he wants that shoulder mobility, Dustin. He wants that thing ready to go.
Appalachian State for Bryce. And he got that one in time. Finds Bolden just inside the 50.
Pretty tight window throw there. Zone coverage, fits it in there. Again, you're going to see Bolden here just kind of spot up. It's a bit of a spacing concept. Linebacker was not that far away from knocking that down, so nice throw there by Bryce.
Just over a minute remaining on an evening in Hamilton that has been all Ticats. This time he'll get it to Horvath, the backup running back, and he'll hang on for a short pickup.
Thus, now this is shot time here. You know, you got nothing to lose. You're a backup quarterback. It's 2nd and 8. You're in enemy territory. To me, you're slinging this bad boy deep, trying to get a stat line
in
for
the direction
himself.
of Senecal here, baby. He's had a night. Go down the field, and that is caught by McInnes. And he'll hang on. McInnes has had a bit of a limp here in the second half, but they're so low on bodies.
Look at this throw. How about that?
Oh, that was perfect.
Yeah. Giving us a little late game action. I do worry you said McKinnon's got a little bit of a limp. We can't afford to lose him. I'm not sure. They're probably low on numbers for anyone to be in there right now.
Ticats will bring some pressure here late. Bryce. End zone. Drops it in there. Senecal wants it, and they'll give it to him. Give him another one. 2 touchdowns for Nick Senecal.
This is a sweet throw. It's a great job recognizing the blitz coming in here, finding the open receiver. Again, obviously it's garbage time, but what a cool job by Bryce.
Nice play by Senecal as well. Excellent job.
Wonder if we get a challenge. I think this is good. Let's see. Possession.
Play is under automatic review by the replay center.
Uh-oh.
Scoring play, automatic review.
Okay, here we go. Catch.
Right there.
It looks like it's...
Oh. Fabulous effort no matter what.
Yes.
Does that. So right here, he doesn't have possession yet. That foot's in, but he doesn't have possession yet.
I'd say...
All right, so there he has possession. Now...
This is going to be, it's going to be a, when does he officially get possession?
Get possession of the ball, right?
There are some times when I think of the, replay center in all leagues where I'm like, oh, this is an easy one. Like, is that possession there? Is this possession here?
That looks like possession there, but yeah.
I just don't want to be the guy making that decision.
Interesting to see as they get people healthy again, how much do they keep Senecal involved, because he's been good. This one's a tight one. This is a tough one. Let's see what they say.
Upon automatic review, the ruling on the field stands. It's a BC touchdown.
Just too close, right?
Yeah.
He didn't have a clear look at it.
Totally. You got to leave that call as it stands. Good news is we'll probably get an onside kick. I love watching onside kicks. I really do.
White knocks that one through. We've got a 14-point game, but what a night for Bo Levi Mitchell. Outside of the stats that he put up tonight, the 5 touchdown passes, moves up the list. All-time wins, moving into a tie with Ricky Ray at 112. Tracy Hammond, Henry Burris. Look out this year, Bo's coming for you.
That's a really impressive list to be on. You know, to tie a guy like Ricky Ray, the night he's had, throwing 5 touchdowns. Pretty special, and he deserves it. You know, he's obviously been a guy who's won a lot of football games, as you're looking at right now in this league.
He's got a long way to go to find a spot in the top 3. But by the end of this season, if he stays healthy, Bo should probably be 4th all-time in CFL wins, which is pretty impressive. Especially for a guy who, after being in Calgary, came out to Hamilton. Didn't look like things were going to work great. And then he's had this late career resurgence that I think surprised many people. But now you watch him play and you go, well, how much longer can he go for?
And that's right. It certainly doesn't look like he's slowing down. Like, I get there's an age thing, but looks pretty comfortable back there. You know, sure, he's not the most mobile guy, but he's not a statue either. And he's got the arm, he's got the mentals. You know, last year was the runner-up for MOP. This year is probably the early front runner with Davis Alexander. Obviously, we're extremely early.
Very early. But his last 2 years, he threw for 10,747 yards, which was the best 2-year stretch of his career. Wow. And they've happened in the last 2 years. He also threw for 68 touchdowns those last 2 years.
Got a little ball throw here. Guys weren't very happy about this. I get it. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty for throwing the ball at someone's face. Things are getting a little chippy.
Bo is walking out to end it. Trey Ford had actually ran out onto the field as well. He's now running off the field. And Bo's going to go out here as the time ticks down and finish what he started. As I mentioned, Ticats will be feeling pretty good going into a bye. Then they'll be at home against Winnipeg, and then on the road in Regina.
Foolish conduct fouls on the play. BC 45, that's a 15-yarder. Hamilton 11, that's a 10-yarder. We'll go up 5 yards. It's first down for Hamilton.
The ball throw is such a funny play.
You don't see that very often.
No.
Did you say it's a funny play?
It's a funny play because it's like, you know, we're wearing helmets. Like, if you're going to get 15 yards, maybe this is bad to say, but do something where it's like,
earn your 15 yards.
Yeah, earn the 15.
Yeah. They'll give it to Roundtree. Used him tonight. Grinded out close to 70 yards. That's his 17th carry of the game. They really started to get him involved in the second half after a first half in which Bo Levi Mitchell just did whatever he wanted against the BC Lions defense.
Yeah, if I could go back to that ball throw, I will say in college we had a guy once basically Nolan Ryan ball off someone. That was at least worth it.
Really?
Yeah, just throw a heater at him.
Jeez. Did he put him in a headlock after and give him a couple shots?
He did not, but I wish he did.
That would have been worth it too.
Yeah.
Hamilton Tiger Cats, literally from start to finish, controlling this game on Friday Night Football against the BC Lions. Scored early, scored often.
Yes, if you're an offensive line coach, these last few plays annoy you because it kills your yard per carry average. You know, when you get the stats in a game.
The YPC takes a hit.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Well, BC certainly has some questions. They got to get healthy receiver. Defense needs to dial it in here, but what can you say about the Ticats tonight?
This is a special team that I think had a lot of respect coming into the year, but right now for 3 weeks, you got to put them right up there as one of the best teams in the league. They are firing on all cylinders. They have playmakers on offense. They play downhill on defense. It's early, Dustin, but this is a team that certainly has the makings of being able to get to the Grey Cup and win it if they stay healthy.
Back-to-back wins for Milanovic and his Hamilton Tiger Cats. And they go to 2-1 into an early season bye. Bo Levi Mitchell brought it all night, 15-18, 285 yards, 5 touchdown passes. Got Lawler involved. Giddens had a touchdown. Mang had two. Keandre Smith a touchdown as well. We've got a Super Saturday triple header tomorrow. I'll be in Ottawa for that one between the Argos and the Red Blacks. Looking forward to it. And a message sent early in the season by the Ticats. 41-27 your final here in the Hammer Sports Center with Glenn Sheeler and Mark Rowe is next. Good night from Hamilton.